Ó, hello, hello! Szép napot kívánok! Lehet hallani? Őszinte leszek, mert nagyon sok tervet nem szőttem még, de mindenféleképpen tervezem majd a videódat megnézni, megmutatni, illetve egy kisebb promótációt adni a Discord channelnek. Yes, please? Persze, hogy nem. Dupla LPS is amúgy egészen érdekesen játszhatónak tűnik itt. Már sok. Az már sok. Hello, hello! Oké. Milyen valószínűséggel jön egy dupla el most? Reméljük 100. 100 per 100. Dupla el into egy T. Ez úgy finoman hangzana. Túl korai a T. Ajajaj. What am I doing? Na most egy T. Amúgy nem is olyan rossz. Jó lenne clearelni is egyet, de kind of greedy vagyok. Nem figyeltem. Talán még ez így nem olyan marha sem. És egy jó kérdés. valószínűleg bizonyos erősebb klímányos volt. Nagyon balfasz decision making az első meccsre. Eyepiece maybe? Jó kis 40-es talán. Hát kell egy eyepiece, ennyi. Ha jön egy eyepiece, akkor meg vagyunk. Na, akkor esélytelen. Jó, hát akkor megnyertük a lottót. Várjál. Ez nem jó. Ó, hát akkor nem nyertük meg a lottót. Akkor balfaszok vagyunk. Na, megnyertük. Ó, jó van. Ez kicsit amatőrre sikerült. Tehát első game 40 azért nem rossz ez. És várjál, még egy kérdésem lenne, hogyha amit átküldtél, drive-os file, ha minden igaz, abban van benne a videó, ugye, hogyha én azt itt letöltöm, akkor ezt be tudom nyomni itt a streamen is, ugye? Technikában nem vagyok itt sajnos annyira otthonos. Oké. Úgy gondoltam, ezt majd gyorsan segíts, hogy ha például bejátszom ebben, és csinálunk ebből egy nem tudom, kis összefoglalót, és egy olyan összefoglaló videót rakok, amiben benne van az a videó. Áris, hogyha hallod. Az jó? Vagy nem tudom, hogy mi lenne a jó koncepció. Erre, hogy a lehető legtöbb embert érje el. Mindent meghallgatok. Nem, a streamből csinálok egy ilyen, nem tudom, legjobb pillanatok összeállítást. Igen, csak én a közöst akarom beleszőni. Hogy a közösnek a videóját, az én channelemen is akkor lehetne promotálni. Ezért van néhány magyar néződ nekem is. Még ha nem is sok, de néhány van. És abból lehet egy picit építkezni. Nem tudom, hogy mit gondolsz erről. A magyar mérföldkövekről szeretnél? Nekem tök mindegy. Én ilyen harmadik utas vagyok itt most. Úgyis a te koncepciód, a te ötleteid azok lesznek megvalósítva. Csak segíteni szeretnélek. Csak tudlak. Csihalja, hát ez nagyon rossz. Egy ilyen delayed perfect clear setupot bele tudok látni. Köncsöt kellett, nem elég, ha még inkább. Ez világos, csak valahogy muszáj lesz elpromótálni, és az pedig csak meglévő helyekről fogod tudni igazán. Mert tehát, hogyha nincs elérése az új csatornának, akkor soha nem is lesz elérése önmagától, hanem szükségünk lesz emberekre, akiknek már van elérésük, hogy még nagyobb elérésre tudjon, hogy még nagyobb elérést tudjon elérni a csatorna. De végül ezt nem úgy akarom bemutatni, mint hogy nem tudom, ez bármilyen én csatornám lenne. Ez nem igaz. Csak valamilyen elérést szeretnék generálni neki. Nem is volt ez rossz. De hogy nem, ez szörnyű volt. Nincs jó placementje ennek, az úgy a piece-nek. Ennek se. Hát nyilván nekem is általános Tetris. Van pici metszet, még ha nem is nagy. Az well retarded move volt, és csak a T segít ki. De úgyse fog jönni T, szóval whatever, engedjük el. Nyilvánvalóan. És így megyünk alá. T plusz ez a szutyó, ez nem lenne rossz. Sőt, square plusz L se, vagy mi ez square plusz J se lenne rossz. Nyilván magában elég kicsi valószínűség. Lehet, hogy érdemes ezt már elengedni, ezt a részt. Itt egy ilyen delayed setup befigyelhet. Még a longbarnak is jó, még egy T talán. Ez rossz. Ez nagyon rossz. Milyen T? Muszáj lesz alá menni. Maybe egy 30. Nem túl valószínű. Menjünk annyiban. Vagy egy lamber, vagy egy elpísz kell. Oh! I guess sima liba ez is. Ez nagyon rossz. Meg arra gondoltam még, hogy a külföldi nagyobb Tetris csatornákon lehetne egy ilyen promót, mert nyilván a CTM-en is van 1000 sok száz ember, meg szóval a CTM-en is van 1000 sok száz ember, és annak egy jó része ezek nyilván magyar. Persze nem mindenki, ez világos, de azért szerintem sok magyar van. Egy relatíve sok magyar van. Tudom, mit csinálok. Marhaságot. Square. Ha itt kapunk egy square-t, az elég jól hangzik. Hát ez így szánalmas. Greedy? Perfectly-t rá kell nyomni erre. Longbar, vagy még egy SZ. Egy SZ. Nem jó a sorrend. Ez meghalt, vagy még egy TA. Meg olyanokra gondoltam, hogy lehetne csinálni ilyen pici eventeket. Nyilván ugye mi most költözés alatt állunk, ezért annyira nem tudok gyakran még streamelni egy darabig. Remélhetőleg most már lassan ez is változni fog. Viszont talán lehetne csinálni ilyen eventeket, hogy erről mit gondolsz, hogy mit tudom én, nem feltétlenül, de ilyen mini kis magyar versenyeket rendezni, hogy nem tudom, legyen mondjuk egy kis pálversenyünk, vagy valami, vagy egy high score, vagy egy score attack, vagy egy akármicsoda. Csak ilyen pici kis eventek, és nem tudom, ez hát ha egy picit nagyobb embermennyiséget megmozgat. Mennyire vagyunk szerencsések a mai nap? Ugye megnézzük. Ajajaj. Hát ezt nyilván így könnyű mondani, hogy tudom, ezt vagy azt, hogy most kéne csinálni, de hát ezeknek mindig az a szűk keresztmetszete, hogy kell legyen egy ember, aki ezeket oda organizálja és megcsinálja. Szóval így első körben nyilván, hogyha valamilyen dolgot is akarunk csinálni, amivel több embert lehet bevonzani, az csak online lehet első körben elkezdeni. A véleményem szerint. Ja. Vagy akár egy hasonló, igen, hát ilyen van a lengyeleknél is. És azért mondom, hogy például ha náluk bejött, akkor nálunk is valószínűleg bejönnek. Igen. Jók azok a gondolatok, hogy in-person dolgokat is érdemes belepakolni. Na ez az, ami ez most tök jó lenne, hogyha játszottam volna 150 gémet, hát akkor tudom, hogy ide az Z vagy az L-Piece lenne a jobb. Nyilván akármelyiket beraktam volna, mindig a másikra gondolnék. Most nézd meg, kis itt a Square. Színestől elég rossz. Ismételten. Elég játszhatatlan a pozíció. Most nézd meg, csak a Square-ek érkeznek, az megint nem ideális, maradjunk annyiban. Hát akkor menjünk rá egy dupla Square-re, azt mondom, hogy jött 100, akkor jöjjön még 100. Nézd meg. Ritka események egyike. Akkor bejön. Nagyon sok valahogy ügyetlenül csinálom ezt a setupolást. Most nagyon nem úgy néz ki, mint ahogy ki. Ó, ez amúgy ritka jó. Kicsit megmenti itt a stacket. A kedves szerencse istene is úgy gondolja, hogy meg kell, hogy mentődjön. Hopp, ez nevetségesen jól sikerült. Hát az alátak ez nem olyan jó. Nyilván ez sem az igazi, de minden rossz. Most tudod, minden rossz. Hát nyilván okos akartam lenni, ezt a legnagyobb marhaságokat elkövettem. Mert mondjuk egy PC setupra, hogy még lehet, hogy a square-t le lehet tolni, és utána teljesíteni a PC-t. És mi, amit talán össze tudok hozni egy meccsben. Dehogy nem biztosan össze tudod hozni. Szóval ezt azért sokat szerveztünk már ilyeneket a kerített forgatást nélküli dolgokban is. A Zeno nagyon sokat segített. Ezzel, mit csinálok amúgy? Megjött az elpiszem és nem figyelek, mert beszélek közben nyilván ez úgy nem teszi ideálisá a dolgot. Szóval, hogy ilyet már nyilván nagyon sokat csináltunk, és alapvetően annyira nem bonyolult összehozni. Csak így akartam hozzátenni. Hát jó, hát ez a stack-hez maradjunk annyiban, hogy értékelhetetlen. Ez talán egy picit segíthet rajta. Még akár ez is. Túlhajtat a végén visszapakoljuk. Az, amit most látsz, ez egy emulátor. De Nest emulál. Szóval igazából mind a kettő. Oh, Longvar? Ó, ez elég perfekt. Ez viszont szomorú, hogy teljesen átesik és semmit nem töröl. Egy longbar még egy. Még egy longbar, esetleg, egy two white piece. Ha ez 40 lesz, ez a világ legnagyobb szégyene. Nagyon gyenge minőségű meccs. Nem lesz 40. Hát alapvetően ezt meg tudod csinálni, hogy ha másokat akarsz restreamelni, ez nem is kell semmi, ahhoz csak egy laptop kell. Fogad a streamjeiket, összekorpolod, van tudok segíteni, ezt már csináltam párszor, nekem is van színem is. Felszeded a capture-ödbe az egyes embereknek a feedjeit, és össze tudod őket rakni egybe. Ez amúgy így lenne korrekt. Szóval nem akarom eladni, hogy ez amúgy könnyű, de hogy ezt hitt. Csak azt akarom mondani vele, hogy amúgy nem bonyolult összehozni egy ilyen setupot. És igazából onnantól, hogyha játékosok akármiről streamelnek, neked csak a streamjeiket kell összeszedned. Nézzünk egy setupot, az, hogy ez már dupla setup lesz, ez túl sok. Ilyet nem szabad megcsinálni. Ja, de az teljesen világos. Értem. Az kell equipment, igen. Viszont amúgy az is elsőre azt hittem, hogy nagyon bonyolult lesz, amikor a sajátomat pakoltam össze, és amúgy az se volt annyira bonyolult, mint amennyire akkor azt gondoltam, hogy bonyolult lesz. És az egész, ja, hát nyilván attól függ, hogy milyen idős vagy, meg stb. De azért nem egy drága mutatvány. Tehát tudom én, nagyságrendileg néhány ezer forintból össze lehet hozni. Ez egy teljesen esélytelen game. Kell is befejezni. És ennek kell kezdenem, úgy érzem, hogy nagyjából már látom a setupokat, meg stb. És el kell kezdenem kicsit jobban koncentrálni, és értelmesebb játékokat is játszani. Dupla LPs. Ezen még lehet várni egyet. Az első megvan. Sőt, ide is rakhatom. Giga Greedy. Na ez a probléma, egy harmadik már nem fog jönni. Kicsit megcsúfolás. Hogy lejött? Behalás. Na így elpiszváró, dupla. Dupla vagy semmi. Oké. Okay. Az elfér, de hogy fér el? Na, lock-in. Hát ez a move, ez nagyon nem tetszik nekem. Ez halott, megoldhatatlan. Játszottál-e már valaha forgatás nélkül? Merül fel a nagy kérdés. Ja, bocsánat, én online néztem, nekem az volt a szerencsém. Németországból rendeltem meg a sajátomat, őszinte leszek, ami alkalmas volt a feladat elvégzésére. Kapni fog még Square. Optimális. Displacementek. Ó, hát ez egy Square és egy T kéne, hogy legyen, tehát úristen. Az OT-t nem rakhatom előbb, az Square kell. Megkapom még a T-t. Nem. De én a legőszintébben mondom, hogy a saját NES-emet is egy, egy sráctól vásároltam, aki szintén nem magyar volt, de pont most költöztek Magyarországra, és már nem akarta használni, és ideadta. No Xbox-ot próbáltak. Persze. Nagyon szívesen. Nagyon szívesen. Mondjuk ez nem egy game alatt lesz világcsúcs, hogyha ezt, ezt gondolod, vagy valami értelmes szkort akarsz látni, az is egy nagyon erős külön gondolatsík tartozik. De amúgy próbáltam már, és lehet, azt hiszem 35 most talán a csúcsom. Szóval abszolút lehet játszani a dolgot. Na itt van egy greedy lépés. Ha a következő piece megy longvár, akkor itt be lehet ide helyezni ezt a kis... De mivel nem az, és ti is elég gattyár, inkább építünk egy setupot lentre. Ez 5 széles, ez elég jó kombó. És jól alá rakni, de akkor is elég gattyár. Szóval kénytek mondjuk, ha most elkaptam volna, például az elnél, itt a T az szuper jó helyen lenne így, de mivel nem egy eljött, ezért inkább így helyezzük le az elemeinket. Az egyik megvan, és csak itt Z kéne. Egy Z az elég olyan. Elég jól jönne. Az én neszem Facebook Marketplace-on van. Bejött át egy kazettán, aha, értem. Hát ez mondjuk a szerencsésebb eset szerintem. Hogy kapsz mellette egy kazettát is. Nem szokták osztogatni minket cukrot manapság már. Mivel már nincs forgalomban a gyártása. Hát... Jó, egy kicsit intelek, ez most megint nem az igazi gameplay. Nem az az igazi. És erősen square függők vagyunk, nem is egy, hanem kettő. De egy minimum. Hogy annyira ez a stack nem is rossz. Még van hol menekülni. Szóval itt nem is rossz. Nyilván nem optimális. De lehet, hogy inkább még gridizünk. Ez még visszafejthető, ez a sor rész. Mondjuk nagyon nem ezekkel a piszekkel, talán így. Folyamatosan intelek. Talán így, és még egy T. Jó, de ez mondjuk már egy kicsit vadállatnak kell lenni. Bejön? Megérkezhetne amúgy. Semmi nem teszi lehetetlenné, itt egy T-t kapja. És még olyat is csinálhatok, hogy berakhatom alá. Már kicsit greedy. Nem hangzik jól. Na, amúgy a setup tökéletes, csak jönniük kellene a piszeknek. Hát ezek meg így nem nagyon érkeztek meg. Ez így unlucky. Ez így nagyon unlucky. Ez így giga unlucky. Egyszer volt már jó Tetris is. Egy kazettán. Amúgy az a durva, hogy Akkor képességet mondani, 5 vagy 4,5 éve vettem a sajátomat, az szerintem akkor 25 000 volt, és az nem volt semmi. De én csak playbe vettem. Nem a kubetű, nem. Így. Patterk. Na nézzük. My favorite magyar celebrity. Szervusz, szervusz. Thank you so much. So basically with this one, you're playing absolutely the same, but you are just guessing the pieces. So most of the times you have absolutely no clue what's going on, and you just hope you can get along by, for example, here. My goal is to actually get 20 here. I'm not so sure, but I think 20 should be a fine first game. Yeah, we should aim for 20. But there is no way. Where are the 3 white pieces? Hello, Sky. Hello, hello. Good, always a pleasure to see such a legend as you here on my channel. I mean, I can go for it, but I don't think that should be the play. Okay, let's just... I don't know, I don't want to... I should have gone for it. I mean, whatever. It's all good, all good. Yeah, that line is probably dead. We still need 2 more. Oh, I don't think it's gonna happen, by the way. Unless, of course, I'm getting serious. Okay, now I think this should be easy. Like, there is no way that I'm not getting a 2 white piece anytime soon. Three white piece. Oh, easy. That was clutch. That was clutch. So yeah, 30 is possible, definitely. I think even 40 is possible. You just need to grind hell lot of it. let's hope for an LPs. I think that's kind of optimal. I mean, of course, I need an LPs. It's just always what's happening. Never fucking lucky. Never fucking lucky, man. I need 2 LPCs, by the way. There is no way. Like, eventually, surely, I'm having an LPs, right? Like, that there is just no way. Like, come on, make any sense. That's just bullshit. Okay, that is just straight up bullshit. Have you guys ever seen somebody playing a game with a single LPs? But because that might just happen. LMAO. Oh my god. That is unreal. But what is this? Where is an LPs? You guys can't know. You can't even tell me that I was not trying. What is that? Is that 30 to what? 10 25 31 uh, 43 pieces without a single L. No fucking shot. Is that a world record or something? What is the longest? I mean, what is the longest sequence anybody has ever gotten without a single specified piece? That is unreal. I swear, nobody ever had this before. Like, no way. No, 43. This was 43, right? Let's go through again. No, that was 42. What? 10, 25, uh, 31. Yeah, 42. 42. 42. 43. It could have been the 44th piece. Somebody's got like a 70 throat. No way. Any proof? Do you have any proof? I would love to watch that. Yeah, I know that. But at the beginning, that was my specified criteria. It has to be at the beginning. Okay, whatever. This is just bad. 70 draw. No way. I mean, people are crazy, and at this point, there were so many games played. I mean, the 42 is already more than tilting. It's unbelievable, to be honest. Can I go under and back? Yeah, I can, but then what's going through there? Like double square or something? Yeah, this is also not even good. Because this way not both of them are clearable. I mean, at this point, just get something that clears it. Yeah, it's alright. I absolutely trust you. It's not like I just wanted to rewatch it. Like that shit is epic. Oh, talking about epic. Two IPs? Perfect. Okay, let's go for the T plus long bar setup. That's not even bad. If I get the T piece, of course. Without the T piece, it's... Oh, nice. And this is a T into T. Okay, that's never gonna happen, right? Oh, just one more T. Come on, game, come on, game. This is also a PC setup. I think this is decent. This is, I mean, if I can get the pieces, of course. This might be more than just a fine game. Okay, but with this RNG, it's kind of... No, nice, nice. Finally, the pieces are collaborating. Okay, I get everything what I wanted here, of course. This is a stupid move, because if I get a long one now, I kind of ducked. I can take it, but I think this is long term better. L pieces? Come on, L pieces, show yourself. Maybe here, I mean, it's probably not a better move, but gives more chance to burn. I'm not getting any of my burning pieces. Yeah, this is sad. Yeah, that's why you guys never should gamble. It's not a great idea. Okay, I think that was my last one. I kind of want to play some normal games. Is this something? Let's play. Okay, what is this? Yeah. Pieces are not something that I can find easily at this point. But it's alright, it's alright. We might just gonna stack on the left, so we can take it easy. We can outsmart the L pieces by just not relying on them. Okay, actually this is also fine. At least it is looking fine-ish. Okay, so now I really need to get some games in, because this also feels like the T is just bad here. But if I burn it, then the square cannot go anywhere, and if the square goes into the middle, that's just 6 wide, and it is so troublesome. So that was my thought process behind what just happened. Again, this is also kind of meh. Okay, I just wanted to say that in the other order it would have been much easier to make a decision, but then another T just shows up. What do you guys think? If I go here, that is just too troublesome. Maybe here? I mean, I can still get the T. Yeah, this is definitely a tucking angle. And this one I think is also a tucking angle. And now I just need like 2 squares, which is probably never gonna happen. And that piece, yeah, this is just bad. Definitely not healthy. Yeah, I have no way to burn with long bars as well. So this is just doomed. Okay, we can go. What am I doing? That was so stupid. have places for long while and every 3 white piece. So I can go under definitely. This is the play. And no, this is stuff we are fighting for nothing basically. And I have to get an L piece, or else it's just over. Yeah, you weren't here, Sky. We started the stream with an instant 40 into a 38 or something. Yeah, after not playing, I don't know, like it's more than a month at this point. Okay, so do you guys think here then L plus D is the move, or the right side needs weight on it? Because this is looking nice, but if the square would be in... Okay, now it's definitely was the play, but it's just the one sample. Of course, it's nice if it happens, but it is not going to happen every single time. So is it worth still gambling for it, or it's just stupid at this point? It's an L piece angle. I kind of don't want to spoil it with a Z piece. Well, whatever. We're just gonna take those, and what happens, happens. One line is not a bad trade. To clear that anyways. And this was a much better outcome than what I've prepared. So I'm kind of happy at the end of the day. And how is your grind, Sky? I've seen you in those tournaments and you played really well. You were hanging up with Scooty. That's insane, to be honest. What if I just go here? And this one. So even an L piece is perfect. And I think this is the play. Are you going to go for tournaments more often than before? What are your plans? What if I go here and trying to perfectly clear everything under and then just get an L piece, so reopen everything, and even the T can reopen everything. Yeah, definitely. This is not good, by the way. I mean, is it that the tournament was like 4 months ago or something like that? I mean, the tournament I was talking about. Oh, nice. That's actually good. Are you planning to work something, or are you ready to discover something? Okay, I should have placed it to the really left. It's just, man, I can't. Oh my god, I'm so slow. In the head, of course. Okay, let's go here. I think if you, yeah, the Jonas Cup, yeah. No, there's no way. There's no way that was 7 months ago. Or is it? But are you planning to go to the industry, or are you planning to, I don't know, like stay, maybe do some research? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, it was September. I mean, time is so relative for me right now because it just flies away. I can't because I'm trying to renovate an apartment and it takes a hell lot of time. So I'm just basically uh, living for that. So not much is going on besides that project. Okay, okay. Good night. Is it a great idea? Nah, this is terrible idea. Okay, okay. Shami boy, all good. No way. But why am I getting dogged every single game by some absolutely not ordinary event? Like, this is again not something that you are going there and look, all white pieces. But what is that? Oh. Oh, all right. Good night. Have a nice rest of your day. I don't think I have what it. No way. No way. That's not true. I already know it's capped. That's I'm not taking that. I'm sorry. You have everything for research. It's just the question that are you willing to sacrifice so much for research? It's still 40. And that's so Okay, let's settle for the 20. Two white piece? That's not a two white piece, by the way. That's also not a... No. Wait, what? I think I got another 40 and a 38. So two 40s and a 38. Which never should have been a 40, but it was indeed. Yes, have together, please. Yeah, I'm trying. So basically, Sky, I just wanted to tell you that I don't know if that's the same right there in your country, but in Hungary, basically people are not doing research, not because they are not willing to, but because it's so underpaid. So if you go to research, you're basically sacrificing your whole career. So you are not earning money, etc., etc. So it's not because we are afraid to or we don't like it. It's just you can't sleep until 15 minutes. Okay. But basically because yeah, there is so little amount of money. Of course, it's nice because you are your own boss, I guess. So you can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, you are still not earning money. So that's why literally all of my dormitory mates from uni, literally nobody stayed at uni because yeah, they were theoretical mathematicians. I mean, I think when I was in dormitory, we were like 60 or 70 people, and I think only one of them actually stayed at uni. But they were like the brightest in Hungary. So if you don't have the mindset to stay in uni, oh, what was that bistro? Maybe? No, that's actually trash. I have stories. So there is a guy who finished PhD. That's a mathematician, mathematical PhD, and he went to a train driver. I don't know what's the English word for that. Because in Hungary that pays twice as much as being a mathematician. So he finished life, did everything, and then just went to, I guess, drive trains. And there is another guy that was even funnier. He he wanted to drive. What does it called? It's also like a train, but inside the the city with electrical wires. What does it call? It's a tranvía in Spanish. I don't know the English word. What does it call? And yeah, and he basically went to Oslo, and now he is a driver for that particular vehicle. But you don't need to. That's the nice part. You can be like a theoretical mathematician without a PhD. That's not necessary. What are the odds for a square, long bar, and an L piece? And now there's square and an LP. Okay, that's 100%, I guess. And even if I could get through a masters, I'd barely do anything for my earnings. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. So basically, most of my inmates, we've never finished the masters. So yeah, it's absolutely useless. I mean, not useless. It's still knowledge, but uh, actually, it's useless in the sense that you are just wasting potential time to actually do meaningful things. That's a no, no, no. It's not absurdly lucky. What? You're coping. I mean, the J was absolutely bad. That's for sure. I can go here because now I don't have a J for my right side, and that J was absolutely not doing a lot on the left, anyways. Now I'm ducked. Okay, this is not good. This is terrible. And I have to double attack, but basically not taking the burn is better. Okay, I think I'm going here. I don't want to spoil that line because that line is perfect with a long bar. That's why I'm staying away. But you understand that concept. So I would like to get that middle thingy, as you can see, to be a perfect clear setup. So you can see that's why I want to place the long bar here because it's already set up. So that's a nice thing to have, I guess. Again, this is probably the best, but I mean objectively the best. But I think this is also kind of fine-ish. Okay, I can go here. And we can hope for a T, I guess. I can still hope for a T, which of course never going to happen. At least now we have multiple solutions for this one. I think it's important to have an escape route for long bars here. But now I really need an L piece into T, into J, and yeah, very specific pieces. I don't think it's gonna happen in time. Maybe. Now this is lucky. Now this is lucky. That's for sure. I can say this is lucky. I think I should just remove all unnecessary risks. What if I just go here and starting to set up for this one? I think I misplayed it. Not terribly though. But yeah, this is definitely not optimal anymore. And all that luck is basically for nothing at this point, I guess. I can't even save this position, yeah. It's an absolutely whatever. Oh my god, and that's the biggest bullshit, by the way. A T-piece maybe? That's 32. Okay, I have 20 minutes. Let's lock in. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So, okay, I have a couple more questions. So basically, what is your main topic, by the way? Can I ask that? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. No, that's we still can have other pieces as well down there. So I think it's too early to block with the bar, but I think it's ducked. This is so ducked. Oh, it's physics. Wait, I thought you were doing mathematics. Am I coping? Maybe we're gonna get for a T. Is it a nice idea to go here, by the way? I absolutely don't know why I thought it. I'm sorry. I think I didn't say anything wrong, but I just thought, you know. No, this is also whatever. Because once we had a conversation, uh, how many different Tetris states are possible, if you know about that question. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, and we were kind of having conversation, and you had reasonable ideas, if I remember correct. And I thought that you were doing it. It's absolutely not an issue, I guess. But that's terrible. It was a question asked by Fractal because, yeah, basically there are like 200 squares, but so it's like 2 to the 200, but it's of course not all of them are achievable because of the the top rows, and also row cannot be full, and also row cannot be absolutely empty if there is material above it. So basically, that's it. Okay, what is this? I don't like when you have to like start the game with three discarded lines. Yeah, that game is absolutely trash. I can't do shit about that one. Familiar. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident that we were discussing it, but I mean, I was discussing it with others as well, and at the end, we didn't give an answer to that particular question. So we still don't know, and I think nobody knows. I mean, like 2 years ago, I think that was a quite interesting question. Are you good at coding, by the way? I mean, that's really nice because basically, I think, of course, it really again depends on what you are doing, but I think most of the times the most important skill is to code something in the current world. I mean, I can go here. This is so tempting, but then I would need like bazillion amount of long bars. So I think that's stupid to go for. I mean, it's not unreasonable to go for. It's just something that you would like to avoid if there is a possibility. Okay, now is it reasonable to go for perfect clear setup? Not really. Is it reasonable to go for this one? I think it's quite okay. I kind of don't want to go here, but I have no options now. So we have to go for the perfect clear setup. There is basically nothing else here in this position. Also, this one is also enabling the long bars, so I think for the next couple of pieces I'm in a decent spot. Again, if I can get multiple L pieces, that's fine. But if I can just get one here and the other one is a long bar, it's also fine. Because that's easily tuckable for a Z, for example, yeah. For example, like this, yeah. And if a T comes, that's also a fine move, but I think just building up now is also decent. And I can go for an L into square into T in the middle. And that is also reasonably fine. The quadruple tuck here. Okay, I think this is the point where should I go for it or not? Nah. I mean, I'm gonna get another long bar, as you can see, easy. I mean, this is not like a VR run right now, but this is a really nice pace, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, it was until these two stupid pieces. Now I'm kind of in need of two pieces. Without two pieces, I'm kind of tagged. I mean, there is one. I think this is playable without an L piece, to be honest. So if I can get a J piece, it's also good. J plus Z, I guess. Okay, but this way the PC should be the way. Okay, the PC is now set up. So this is kind of fine, I guess. In case of a square, I would tugged it, but this is really nice. Okay, lock in. If I can get the pieces here, this is definitely 40. And of course, if I'm not making a stupid mistake or something. Okay, tucking the T is bad because I'm already an L dependent. And tucking the T would give me another L dependency. So down there I can't tuck a T. But man, what the fuck are these T's? Okay, that's so stupid, bro, by the way. No way, no way. We can still try to squeeze some. Yeah, but it was much bigger potential. Here. I think this is again kind of yeah, but that long bar is so terrible. No way. I didn't get the bar. I wanted to clutch it at the end with another perfect. I mean, other glitch clear. Okay, I think 40 is cursed. 40 is cursed. I got two 40s, a 39 and a 38. At this point, it's doomed. Okay, what is the solution here? FF. We can try to build around it. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more try. So basically, Ben, what you should try to do if you try to play for actual good games, but not in a like one game good game strategy, but in like a consistent strategy, is that you accommodate as many pieces as you can. And for example here, like this one is a consistent move what I've just done. Of course it's not a great move because yeah, as you can see, your middle is kind of whatever, but again, this is a consistent move because this gives you 100% line. But of course it's not great because you're not gonna get like lots of lines. But there is like basically a pace here. I'm just gonna do whatever here, which is every one discarded line. So a discarded line means you just not gonna clear a line there. But if you get a line that is not clearable because there is a hole in it, you just don't care about that line. And basically for every single line that you discard, you clear one. This is a 1-to-1 ratio, and if you can do this, you're gonna get games where you have 20 lines. And 20 lines is really important to get really good at it, like consistently really good at it. Because if you can do that, then the next step is to actually make small gambles, like gambles that are not stupid. And if you can do that, then you can aim for 25s. And again, if you are really good at that one, then you can make small adjustments. Because it doesn't matter if you like miss a line or something. Like you are just not waiting for a single specific piece. You're just clearing. For example, here you can do this. This is an absolute fine adjustment. It's just not gonna yield in lots of lines because you would need really specific pieces. But it doesn't matter because your opponent is also not gonna getting perfect pieces in the whole game, so you just have to beat the other guy. And that's why it's very different to play in comps and play for like a high score, because in a high score game you never do that. For example, these are absolutely stupid ones, but it's a fine way to learn the game, I guess, and eventually get really good. And basically what you want to do first is just go for lines. You just don't care anything else. If you see a line that you can clear, you go for it. For example, this square should never go to the right. You just always take the bar, take the bar, take the bar. Then once you are really good at that one and you can reach 20 lines, you can then abandon lines that you've already created, because basically the price of the game is to like clear lines. And if you can't clear lines, it's not a, you don't have a great time. So basically, if you can clear a line, you have to clear a line. There is nothing else. But then once you are good at it, you can overrule that rule. So for example, you can skip particular lines not to not be clear because it's just better to do it later. For example, here, this is the go-to move, but you can just go here and say that, oh, now you have two lines that are cleared. So if you tag this, now if you have an LPs, that's just a double. So of course this build up is good, as you can see, because you get the LPs and it's better. But you don't have to do it first. You just have to learn what is good and what is not good. And once you can do that and understand what is good and what is not good, then you can overrule your first rule, that is take every single line which is possibly takeable. And as you can see, I'm playing in the middle without a strategy, and it looks completely, I don't know, idiotic, but I'm still getting a huge amount of lines, and it seems like magic. because how can you plan so much ahead? But you can. It's just you need good pattern recognition, and once you unlock it, it's not hard. For example, this pattern is also something that you come across. It's not gonna happen in your first games. That's why it's very important to learn basic patterns, and you just gonna learn it if you play row by row. Yes, you can do that. Can I get to 30? Oh wait, what? I'm stupid. So basically, it doesn't matter what's your strategy, where you are building. You can just freestyle, you can build left, you can build right. 30 is absolutely achievable with any strategy. It's just you have to unlock pattern recognition. And if you have enough pattern recognition, you can adjust for higher level strategies. And basically, that involves waiting for certain pieces. And yeah, this is like s- looking stupid because why would you do this? But this is actually the okay, I'm not even saying this is not optimal in any ways, but you get the idea. So you can wait for a certain piece, and if you are playing for high score games, you have to abuse the restart button because what you need to do is get a stack. But if you don't have any idea what a stack is, first, of course, you have to learn that, and there are multiple ways to do it. So you can go and watch others and like really good games of other streamers or players who are not me because of course they don't have the same vision as I have about the game, so it's maybe good to see how to get lucky. And if you have that and you've rewatched others as well, not just me, and you have a style how you want to approach the game, what you want to do in the current situation, then of course you gonna end up getting more and more lines. And mm, once you learn all these patterns, like most of the patterns, then the game is gonna get much easier and way more fun. So basically, the game only gets to be fun when you are good at it. It's kind of like with chess. If you are not good at it, you're not gonna enjoy it. I mean, of course you can enjoy it, but you're not gonna enjoy it as much. That's my point. I'm sorry. Go here. So basically what you do then is you just always wait for pieces. You wait for for the absolute end of it, and it seems like you can always just get lucky, which is of course not true. It just seems like because those games are uh, like really lucky. It always feels like, but that's not true because those are the games when everything went good. Of course, in most of the games, it's not gonna get good. You're just gonna die, and that's why it is not appealing to play for many players. So basically, this one. I've never get the LPs. Sucks, man. But if I could get the LPs and then downstack, I would get like 15 lines for free, and I would have like 25 with a clear board with like 2 or 3 discarded, and life is good. But it's not gonna happen in every single game. So basically, what my point is, you have to get down and just go for lines and follow the rules. So basically, now I'm just looking at the second line. If I have a combination like this one, I'm taking that line, nothing else. And now let's evaluate. Can I get the second line? If I want to get the second line, I would need two J's. That's probably never gonna happen. So that's too specific. Let's build for the third one. So I'm only building for the third one. Oh, now I have a solution. I'm taking that. Okay, again, can I get the next line? Probably not. So let's build for the fifth one. So I'm only building for the fifth line. Like here, here, and I'm trying to take it. If I have an opportunity to do that, it's fine. But that's not your goal, basically. And again, if you can have a line to be cleared, like this one, you can discard anything. It doesn't matter. Just take that single line and concentrate on that one. And as you can see, I'm not doing anything special, just taking that line and this line. And basically with this strategy alone, I could get like 38 or something. And nothing else. But 35 was easily achievable. Okay, don't gamble. Just always go for safe and 100% sure lines like this one. And I don't know. You can here do many things. So basically you can tag this. So an LP is good. LP is good, but you can like cover it. So other pieces are also fine. And now just again on top of it, there will be eventually two white piece. At least we hope so. You can even go here. So other pieces can help as well. And it doesn't matter. You can die. At least you are just. I mean, you have a clear vision what you want to do with your game, and that is the most important part. Because if you have the vision what you want to do with your game, it even if the plan is not so great, let's put it that way, it's still good to have a plan. Because otherwise you never gonna get lucky. I just wanted to show you this sample game. And 14. Wow, of course I did so stupid. I wasn't particularly lucky in this game, but I just went always line by line, line by line. And eventually, if you play enough games and you get good pattern recognition, you can get easily above 30. With this strat only. You don't need any high level strats. And it's really important to go step by step. So you can't just go for, oh, I can build on the right and do no, you can't, because of course it's really specified on like really small details. If you don't understand what's going on, you might think a certain move is good, but yeah, probably it's not good because you don't understand the fundamentals behind that. How good is that? I mean, it really depends. It's really good if that's, for example, in a couple of games. But if you are like grinding it for weeks, that's probably because you are not doing the right way. So yeah, 21 is good if you are just learning the game. But 21 in, I don't know, a couple of, but you can ask I mean Esther is here. So Esther was also grinding the game, and she was not good, I can tell you. Like her game was like, I don't know, her first game was like probably 8 or 5 or something like that. So we started with 0 basically. And her slope was also really slow. So after a month, it was still like high 20s. And once she started to learn the way I asked her to learn, so basically the patterns, it was still slow, but eventually there were games over 30, 31, 32. And I don't know, in like 1.5 months, maybe 2 months, she hit 40. And now even 38 is not particularly unusual from her. So yeah, it really depends. So 21 is a decent game for sure. I'm not gonna say it's not. Even I can't do that every single game. Of course, if I'm not doing something incredibly stupid, 21 should be achievable even with like 70% of the board. But of course, we are humans, so we make mistakes. But my point is still that if you want to like get good at the game and you really care about uh, your improvement and not about the current state, then it's really important to go through every single step, because if you skip the patterns, you are not gonna be fast enough at the top. And it's also really important because there is no strategy at the end for the end games. Basically, when the game is like really high, so there are like 4 or 5 lines back that you have to play with, there is no strategy. So it's always like freestyling. What you can do is always depends on what pieces you get. And it's really a coin flip for sure. And again, it's really important to have a good understanding of the game, because even if you are really good at everything, but you can't really do well at the end game, you still can't do, I don't know, like 40s, because end games are really important for 40s, and so on and so on. So basically, if you go step by step, I think 21 is a really decent score. And even if it's like in a month, it's still decent. But if you are trying to learn the game and you've also already spent, I don't know, thousands of games, it's not really good. And it's not because the problem is in you, it's in the method that you are using to learn the game. Because I think, because now I I I mean I think I was a teacher for like 3 or 4 people at this point, and all of them could get 35, and they were not in like extremely brilliant players at the beginning. Yes, yes. But that's my point. So first of all, you shouldn't build on the right, because if you have no idea why you are building on the right, then it's not a great idea. So that's also the same for like normal Tetris. It's not like you always have to do these two well thingies so you can burn. But if you don't understand, that's because you have to burn if the board is so high and you want to like play perfect. It's not the best strategy. It's the best strategy if you execute the strategy. It's absolutely fine. You can ask anybody. I think up until a couple hundred games, doing better than 20s are really rare. It's not like you can't do that, but most of the times it's just not gonna happen. I think we are in a quite decent position if we can get, for example, a good piece here and there. I mean, this is a fine move again, but taking that burn is actually not that great for your board state. Again, the T is not really good in the middle. So taking the burn, even though it's looking like you are doing harm for your board is still better. It's more consistent. Taking this one is probably a bit greedy at this point. But now I just have to really realize what I want to do with my board. For example, the square could have make sense there, but it actually not a great idea. Again, tucking this one is not a great idea because I want perfectly set up, and that's an L into long bar here and nothing else. So basically, if you have something like this, which is like only piece combinations, you always have to do them, even if you don't get the L piece. That's the correct move. And sometimes in the row, that's the hard part because you feel like you did something wrong because the outcome was wrong. Like you had a great game, but then you choke, and you think that maybe I did something bad, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you play your absolute best and you can get trolled by RNG. And that's really important to get used to it in a way that you are not getting tilted because of a single game. And if you have a bad game, you can, like, I don't know what's the best word here. So you can understand if a game was bad because you made a stupid mistake, or if a game was bad because the RNG was bad. And yeah, it's a really tough thing to learn. I like this this one looking like magic, to be honest. Why am I here and eventually maybe going to be able to burn something down there, but I don't think so. Anyways. And now again, I'm just doing like absolute freestyling. Just trying to put pieces next to each other, which makes sense in my head. And nothing else. So you don't have to look into it as something that, oh my god, this is the best way to do something. No, there is nothing. It's just I'm trying to do something. Because I played tens of thousands of games and I can understand if this or that one is particularly fine or not. Again, I could have gotten a 2 white piece. And I could have gotten like 31 or 32. I was unlucky. That was not on me. The setup was good. I think this might be an understandable explanation. But correct me if I'm wrong. And I just wanted to tell you guys, if you are Hungarian or if you want to join a Hungarian Tetris Discord, Aris, who was here in chat before, is opening a new Discord for Hungarian channels. For a new Discord channel for Hungarian Tetris players, and he asked me to play the intro, so I'm going to try to do it, and I'm gonna try to find where it is. Just give me one moment. This is 4. Okay, so it's not here. I'm pretty sure that I've downloaded, yeah, this one. Can I play it here? Let's see.
chill out. Oh my god! 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 Day one of 10 million? Look what we got. Turn it right, turn it on. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, perfect clear! Are you kidding me? What is that? Oh, this is crazy. Ah, he's still doing it! He's still doing it!
Oh, let's go! Get out of my face!
Is now 3 lines away, 2 lines away from colors. And there are the colors, everybody. That's it. The game has officially been broken. Oh my god, you can't even see the pieces at this point. And Eric got a top out here with the quadruple rollover. Can he get a bar or anything over it? No, and Eric is going to top out at 780. Alright, so now Huff going to mow out the world record right here.
And Andy has no chance here. He's going to top out. And Andy is into level 31. And this is crazy. A level 32 in a Daskin. That's crazy.
That's so unreal, by the way. Nah, man. You can't do that. It's illegal. So basically, I'm going to post it in the description. You can go ahead and join the Hungarian's new Discord server. It's not my server. It is going to be an official Hungarian Discord server. And even if you're not Hungarian, you can try to join it and maybe you can hang with us. I'm in other countries Discord server as well. I'm in Poland's one. I'm in the UK one. So yeah, it's just we are trying to build a new community around Tetris lovers, and that's basically it. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in. I'm still not a millionaire, at least in time. And basically, in a month, I think I will try to like schedule my streamings and do it more often, like from time to time, and not just like occasionally, right? Like now. And I think that takes a couple of weeks to get back in form, so you're gonna have the same vision. And I think I'm going to continue this year to get 100 games over 50. And I don't know, I think I'm at 76 or something like that. So we are still 20 something away from the 100. I think that's a decent goal for this year. And on the coding part, we've started to make a better and more general Noro AI. Of course, it's a long project, so it's not gonna be finished tomorrow or something like that, and I still need time for that one as well. But eventually we will get there, and the groundbreaking breaking one is going to be it is going to use table basis for endgames. So it will play the absolute best way to. I mean, you will have a constant that is going to be a line that it is going to play for. So it is going to play perfectly or near perfectly to get 60 lines, and it always going to have the vision to go for 60 or above. So it will adjust the greediness to achieve it. So if it feels like I'm already behind pace, it is going to do stupidly greedy things. And of course, it is not going to work for a single game, but in general, that's the best way to play for 60s. And yeah, and the table basis for end games. So basically, we're gonna train it for different heights. So we're gonna train one for if it's like three height on the matrix, and yeah. So basically, yeah, it's optimal distance. So basically, it is going to be showing us how to play for 80. What is the necessary uh, mm, risk that you have to take to get to 80? And I think the project is on a decent spot. It still needs probably a couple of months to finish it and eventually train it, but we have high hopes. And I think what it is going to show us with perfect or near perfect play, of course it's not perfect in the sense that it's not like algorithmically, yeah, proven, but it's kind of like a good way to understand what you need to do and how many games you need to eventually get to 80. Because with current strat, 80 is definitely possible. It's it's just we need games to be played, but literally there are like 3 active players who are playing, and I think now 2 of them are not even playing. So yeah, probably we need more games and more optimal way to play for it. Because for example, if I'm behind pace, I do a gamble and I don't get it, I just reset, and yeah, that's it. But if I'm on a pace, that's what I was doing earlier. I was training for paces, so I wanted to get, for example, like 4 discarded lines and 40. And if I have that position, then I was training. So how well and how riskful I have to play to get 80. And there were games where I got 80. So that's actually not like absolutely insane, but you have to get to that point. And then I don't know, I can do it one in like 500 games or something like that. Then you still have to execute a well enough game to get to 80. And that's a really tough part, because you guys don't understand that you don't only need the very good freestyling skills, but you also have to be fast, because level 7 with 4 lines or 5 lines, it's tough, man. Like with tapping, it's really tough. It's not like, you're gonna get it. No, I mean, level 5 is barely playable with this on like the top rows. Level 7, it's not. Level 8, it's not. so like one mistake and it collapses. So I had games when I have like 70 lines, it's always like level 7, boom, and you can't play anymore. So yeah, you either do a much better game before you actually hit level 7, or you have to be really fast. Yeah, level 7 games are really hard. I can tell that for sure. So level 8, like reaching level 8, it's not impossible. It's just I think we are not good yet, and we don't have enough games in the category to eventually get a lucky game where it happens. So we need more players, and we need more games, and we need more strategy. And if everything aligns, level 8 is reachable. Even level 10 is reachable. It's just you need more games. Yeah, so basically that's it. Come join us and try to have fun. Basically, that's it. So thank you guys for joining, and have a nice rest of your day. Goodbye.